American versus British English. The secrets behind everyday words. The mystery of English. Ever wondered why some people say color while others write color? Or why some drink soda, but others call it fizzy drink? Welcome to the fascinating world of English. Imagine going on an adventure where words transform and meanings twist. In this article, we'll uncover the most interesting differences between American and British English phrases. Get ready for a thrilling journey with surprises along the way. English might look and sound familiar, but it has its secrets. British and American English come from the same language roots, but over time, each developed its unique way of speaking and writing. Today, this creates funny and sometimes confusing situations. But by understanding these differences, you can boost your confidence and even sound more natural. So, are you ready to crack the code? Let's start with everyday words. Picture this. You're traveling to London and someone says, "Mind the gap," or "I need a torch." Huh? At first, you might feel lost, but these are common British phrases. In the UK, torch means flashlight, and mind the gap is just a way of saying, watch your step. But don't worry, you don't have to memorize every word. By understanding the basic differences, you'll start to pick up on these clues and feel like a pro in no time. In America, people might ask, "Do you want some fries?" In the UK, you'd be asked if you'd like chips. But wait, aren't chips those crispy snacks in a bag? Yes, they are, but in British English, chips means what Americans call fries. Confusing, right? Vocabulary twist. Words with new meanings. Here's where the real twist happens. In American English, if someone says they need an eraser, they're talking about what British folks call a rubber. Imagine the surprise if an American asked for a rubber in the UK classroom. Kids might giggle, and the teacher would explain that yes, rubber in British English simply means something to erase pencil marks. How about biscuit? In America, this is a fluffy bread roll often eaten with butter. In Britain, however, biscuit means cookie. If you order a biscuit in the UK, you'll get a sweet treat, not something to dip in gravy. Grammar adventures, a few surprising rules. The grammar differences can also add to the fun. In the UK, people tend to say, "at the weekend," while Americans say, "on the weekend." It's a small change, but these little differences make English feel like a puzzle. Also, while Americans usually say gotten for the past tense of get, Brits just say got. Take this for example. British, "Have you got any money?" American, "Do you have any money?" The sentences mean the same thing, but they're said differently. Once you start recognizing these patterns, your English skills will skyrocket, and you'll sound even more natural. Confidence booster. Say it loud. One of the biggest keys to mastering English is building confidence. It's okay to feel nervous when speaking a new language. Everyone does. But remember, every word you learn and every sentence you say is a step forward. The more you practice, the more natural it feels. A great tip? Practice using new phrases in real life. If you learn a British English phrase, try saying it at school or with friends. It can be a fun way to see how people react, and it'll help you remember the phrase too. Who knows? You might make someone laugh, and that's a great way to remember a new word. Boost your reading skills with fun books. Books are like friends who can help us learn without feeling like we're in class. For British English, try reading classic books like Harry Potter or The Chronicles of Narnia. These books will give you a sense of British phrases and grammar. For American English, check out books like Charlotte's Web or Diary of a Wimpy Kid. These stories are fun, easy to read, and filled with American English phrases. A reading challenge. Try to spot differences as you read. You'll notice how characters speak differently, use different words, and even describe things in unique ways. It's like a game where every page holds a new clue. The suspenseful twist. What's right? Now here's the big twist. Is there a right or wrong English? The suspense ends here with a surprising answer. No, there isn't. American and British English are simply different ways of saying the same things. One isn't better than the other. They're just different. Imagine you have two friends, and each has a unique way of talking. You'd understand them both because you're smart. That's exactly what it's like with American and British English. Being able to understand both gives you a special superpower that not everyone has. Conclusion: the power of words. Now that you've uncovered these secrets, you're ready to take on English with new confidence. Whether you're using British English or American English, remember that language is a tool to connect with others. Learning these differences isn't about choosing sides, it's about embracing both. So next time you're watching a British movie or chatting with an American friend, listen closely. You'll spot these twists in action, and you'll feel like an English detective. Keep practicing, keep reading, and remember, English is a big, colorful world just waiting for you to explore. Moral: embrace differences. At the end of this journey, what's the lesson? Embrace the differences. Understanding and accepting how people speak differently around the world will help you become a more confident, understanding, and open-minded person. Language is more than just words. It's about people, cultures, and connections. Mastering English pronunciation for non-native speakers, the ultimate guide. The hidden power of pronunciation. Imagine meeting someone for the first time and saying, "Hello," but instead of hearing, "Hi there," back, they look confused. Why? Maybe it's all about pronunciation, the way we shape words with our voices. In this article, we'll dive into the secrets of mastering English pronunciation, a skill that can open doors, create connections, and make conversations so much more enjoyable. Pronunciation is like the bridge between knowing a language and sounding natural in it. For non-native speakers, this journey can feel a bit tricky, but don't worry. With a few easy tips and practice, you can start speaking English confidently and clearly. So, let's uncover the magic of pronunciation together and see how fun and achievable it can be. 1. Understand the sounds of English. The first big step in pronunciation is understanding English sounds. English has sounds that aren't found in every language, which is why they can feel strange to pronounce at first. For example, the th sound in words like think and this can be a little challenging. To master it, try gently placing your tongue between your teeth, then blow out air softly. Practice with words like thanks and Thursday. It may feel unusual, but with practice, it'll become second nature. Vowel sounds are another area to focus on. English has short and long vowel sounds that change the meaning of words. Take ship and sheep, for example. The only difference is the vowel sound, but it completely changes the meaning. Try saying both words, listening carefully to the subtle difference in the I and E sounds. 2. Practice stress and rhythm. English is a stress-timed language, which means that certain syllables and words are given more emphasis. This makes English sound musical, with ups and downs, almost like a rhythm. To master this, practice saying sentences and focus on the words that carry the main meaning. For example, I like to eat ice cream in the summer. The words in bold carry more stress because they give the main idea. Practice this rhythm to make your sentences flow more naturally. Reading poems or lyrics of English songs can be a fun way to get the feel of this rhythm. 3. The secret of silent letters. English has a lot of silent letters, letters that you see but don't pronounce. This can be confusing, but with practice you'll learn which ones to skip. For instance, in night, the K is silent. In island, the S is silent. In comb, the B is silent. Understanding silent letters can help make your pronunciation more natural. When you see a new word, look it up and listen to it to check for any hidden silent letters. 4. Break words. Down with phonetics. Phonetics is the study of sounds in a language, and it can be super helpful in pronunciation. English dictionaries often provide phonetic spelling of words, which shows you exactly how each sound should be made. Look up a word you're unsure about, and use the phonetic spelling to guide you. If a word looks tricky, try breaking it into smaller parts. For example, comfortable may seem like a long word, but if you break it down to comfortable, it's easier to pronounce. Practice common words and phrases. Some English words pop up all the time, so mastering their pronunciation can really boost your confidence. Words like the, this, that, and there are great to focus on since they're used in almost every conversation. Record yourself saying them or practice with a friend to improve. Don't forget about common phrases too. Practicing full phrases will help you sound more fluent and ready for everyday conversations. For example, try saying, "How's it going? Nice to meet you. Could you help me with this?" Learning these phrases will make you sound smoother and more conversational. 6. Listen and repeat. Listening is one of the best ways to learn pronunciation. Watch English TV shows. Focus on how the speakers pronounce their words. Pay attention to their mouth movements, rhythm, and intonation. If they say something interesting, pause the video and repeat it yourself. Another tip? Use language speech with pronunciation features. Many languages now let you record your voice, then compare it with a native speaker's pronunciation. It's a great way to practice and get instant feedback. 7. Speak with confidence. It's natural to feel a little shy when practicing a new language, but remember, confidence is key. Even if you make small mistakes, speaking confidently makes a huge difference. People are usually kind and understanding, and they appreciate the effort you're making. A great way to build confidence is to practice speaking with friends or family. Don't worry about being perfect. Just focus on expressing yourself clearly. With every conversation, you'll notice your pronunciation and fluency improving. 8. Use tongue twisters to improve clarity. Tongue twisters are fun, and they're fantastic for improving pronunciation. They challenge you to articulate tricky sounds clearly and quickly. Here are a few fun ones to try. She sells seashells by the seashore. Red leather, yellow leather. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Start slowly, then pick up speed as you get more comfortable. These exercises will help make your mouth movements more flexible, which improves clarity and speed. The suspenseful twist, the final pronunciation secret. Here's a twist you may not expect. The most important key to good pronunciation isn't perfection, it's being understood. You don't have to sound exactly like a native speaker. Your goal is to speak clearly so others understand you. Don't worry if you have an accent. In fact, accents can be charming and unique. Your accent reflects your background and story, so wear it proudly. If you focus on clarity and practice these pronunciation tips, you'll notice a huge improvement. And most importantly, you'll feel more confident every time you speak. Conclusion: embrace the journey. Learning pronunciation is a journey, not a destination. Every sound you master, every sentence you speak clearly, and every phrase you practice brings you closer to fluency. Take your time, be patient, and enjoy the process. With dedication, you'll see amazing progress. Moral: communication is key. Remember, language is about connecting with others. Pronunciation helps you communicate more clearly, but it's not about being perfect. The real goal is to connect with people, share ideas, and express yourself confidently. So, keep practicing, stay confident, and remember, you're doing an amazing job. Mastering English, listening for fluency, the ultimate guide. The secret to real English fluency. Imagine this. You're sitting in a room full of people speaking English, and everyone sounds so fast, smooth, and natural. You want to join in, but it feels like they're speaking a different language. The words blur together, and before you know it, you're lost. Don't worry, everyone has been there. Listening is one of the trickiest parts of learning English, but it's also the most important for true fluency. In this guide, we'll take you step by step through the best ways to improve your English listening skills. With practice, patience, and some fun techniques, you'll find that understanding English conversations is much easier than you thought. So, let's unlock the secrets of English listening and get you on the path to fluency. 1. Start with clear, simple content. If you're just beginning, it's smart to start with content that's clear and simple. Kids shows, podcasts for English learners, and beginner-level YouTube videos are excellent. You'll hear slow, clear pronunciation and usually simple vocabulary. This allows you to pick up words and phrases without feeling overwhelmed. Try this exercise. Choose a short video, maybe just a few minutes long, and listen carefully. Don't worry about understanding everything right away. Focus on the main idea. What's the speaker talking about? Gradually, you'll notice that your brain starts picking up patterns. 2. Practice. Active listening with repetition. Active listening means giving your full attention to what you're hearing. A great way to do this is with repetition. Listen to the same audio clip multiple times, and each time, aim to understand a little more. This could be a 1-minute video clip, song, or even a news segment. How to practice. Listen to the clip once without stopping. On the second time, pause whenever you don't understand something and repeat it out loud. This reinforces both listening and speaking skills, making it easier to understand similar phrases in the future. 3. Listen to real conversations. If you only listen to learner English, you might feel surprised when you hear native speakers talking quickly and using slang. Real-life English conversations are faster, more casual, and have their own rhythm. To get comfortable with this, try listening to interviews, podcasts, or everyday conversation videos. Pro tip: focus on gist listening. Try to understand the main idea first, rather than every single word. Native speakers don't always speak perfectly, so you'll hear fillers like like, or you know. These are normal, and over time, your ears will get used to filtering them out. 4. Use subtitles to support your learning. Subtitles can be a fantastic tool, especially in the beginning. Watch an English show or YouTube video with English subtitles turned on. This allows you to connect spoken words with their written form, which improves both listening and reading skills. Try this approach. First, watch with subtitles, paying close attention to the words and their pronunciation. Next, turn off the subtitles and try to watch the same video again. You'll likely understand more and feel more confident. Listen and repeat. Imitate the sounds. A big part of fluency is not just hearing English, but sounding like you understand it. After listening to a short segment, try repeating it out loud. Focus on intonation, the rise and fall of the voice, and rhythm, the speed and stress in sentences. For example, in the sentence, "I really like this," notice how the emphasis is often on really. Practice saying it with the same natural rhythm. This not only improves your listening, but also makes your speaking sound more fluent and natural. 6. Mix up your listening content for fun. Listening to a variety of materials helps you get used to different accents, tones, and vocabulary. You can try podcasts on topics you love, sports, fashion, science, etc., TV shows or movies with different accents, British, American, Australian, songs in English for rhythm and pronunciation practice. This variety keeps things interesting and makes you a well-rounded listener. 7. Turn. Listening into a daily habit. Consistency is key. Try to include some form of listening practice into your daily routine. Even just 5 to 10 minutes each day can make a big difference. You could listen to a short podcast on your way to school, play English songs while you're doing chores, or watch a quick YouTube video. Bonus tip. Listening while doing other activities helps you pick up the language naturally. Just like learning your native language, passive exposure can improve fluency over time. 8. Challenge yourself with speed. Once you're comfortable with regular content, try listening at a faster speed. Many apps and videos allow you to adjust the playback speed. Start with 1.25x and then 1.5x. This trains your ear to process English faster, so normal speed will soon feel comfortable and slow. 9. Use apps for extra practice. There are many language learning apps designed to improve listening skills. Apps like Duolingo, HelloTalk, and Memrise offer listening exercises that are fun and educational. You can also find language exchange partners on some of these apps to practice listening to real conversations. 10. Test yourself. Summarize what you hear. After listening to something, test yourself by summarizing it in English. You can write down a short summary or speak it out loud. This helps reinforce what you've learned and improves both comprehension and memory. The Big Twist: How listening changes your English forever. The secret twist to mastering English listening is that it transforms not only how well you understand others, but also how well you speak. Listening is the foundation of language. When you can hear and understand English naturally, your brain starts picking up patterns, phrases, and expressions. Suddenly, you'll find yourself thinking in English and responding faster without even translating. Fluency isn't just about knowing words. It's about connecting with the flow and rhythm of the language. And the more you listen, the easier this becomes. So don't rush. Enjoy every step of your listening journey. Conclusion: embrace the journey to fluency. Mastering English. Listening takes time, but every step you take gets you closer to true fluency. Remember, it's okay to struggle at first. Everyone does. With practice and patience, you'll start hearing English clearly and confidently. So keep listening, stay curious, and celebrate your progress. Moral: listening is key to connection. Listening isn't just about understanding words, it's about connecting with people, culture, and ideas. As you improve your listening, you're opening doors to new experiences, friendships, and opportunities. So keep practicing, enjoy the process, and remember, you're on a wonderful journey to fluency.
Mastering English Fluency, a step-by-step guide for non-native speakers. Achieving fluency in English can seem daunting, but with the right approach and dedication, it's a goal that anyone can reach. Whether you're just starting or are looking to refine your skills, this guide outlines essential strategies and techniques to help you on your journey toward English fluency. 1. Building a strong vocabulary. Daily word goals. Start by learning a few new words each day. Aim for 5 to 10 words, focusing on commonly used vocabulary. Use apps like Repetition. Contextual learning. Learn words in context rather than in isolation. Read articles, books, and watch videos to see how words are used in sentences. This makes retention easier. Word families. Focus on learning word families, e.g., teach, teacher, teaching. This expands your vocabulary without overwhelming you. 2. Mastering pronunciation training. Spend time on English exercises. Apps like Forvo or Youglish help by offering native pronunciation examples. Imitate and practice speaking aloud. Shadowing method. Listen to native speakers, movies, audiobooks, podcasts, and repeat their sentences immediately. This helps with both pronunciation and intonation. Recording yourself. Record your voice while practicing and compare it to native speakers. This helps you identify areas for improvement. 3. Understanding grammar rules. Focus on basics. Mastering core grammar, like verb tenses, subject-verb agreement, and prepositions, is essential. Use guides like English Grammar in Use for structured learning. Practice in writing. Writing daily helps reinforce grammar rules. Keep a journal or participate in online forums where you can apply the grammar you've learned. Use grammar tools. Tools like Grammarly or Editor can assist in highlighting mistakes and providing explanations. 4. Improving listening skills. Active listening. Listen to English in a focused manner. Podcasts, news channels, or videos in English provide exposure to different accents and speeds. Subtitles as support. Watch speeches or TV shows with English subtitles. This allows you to see how spoken words match written English, aiding comprehension. Dictation practice. Listen to short clips and write down what you hear. This sharpens both listening and spelling skills. 5. Speaking regularly. Language exchange. Partners. Find a language partner or join classes where you can practice speaking with native speakers. Self-talk. Practice speaking out loud to yourself, narrating daily activities or discussing topics of interest. This builds confidence and fluency in everyday speech. Group discussions. Join English speaking groups, online forums, or meetups where you can engage in discussions and debates to practice real-time conversation. 6. Daily practice routine. Set clear goals. Dedicate specific times each day for reading, writing, listening, and speaking. Consistency is key in mastering any language. Diversify your materials. Use a combination of books, videos, podcasts, and apps to keep your learning fresh and engaging. Track your progress. Maintain a learning journal to note your progress. Identify areas that need improvement and celebrate your milestones. 7. Using technology and tools. Language learning apps, English apps can guide structured learning and track your fluency progress. Flashcards. Use digital flashcards to memorize vocabulary. Spaced repetition systems like help with long-term retention. Writing and speaking assistance. Practice conversational English and refine your writing skills. 8. Overcoming common challenges. Fear of mistakes. Embrace mistakes as part of the learning process. The more you practice, the more confident you'll become. Finding time. Even with a busy schedule, practicing for 10 to 15 minutes daily is enough to see steady improvement. Staying motivated. Set achievable goals, such as understanding a full article or holding a conversation for 5 minutes to keep yourself motivated. Conclusion. Becoming fluent in English requires patience, practice, and persistence. By building vocabulary, mastering pronunciation, improving grammar, and speaking regularly, you will gradually see improvements. Use the resources available to you, whether it's language apps, online forums, or language exchange partners. Stay committed to your goals, and with time, you will achieve English fluency.
Thompson's rainy morning adventure. It was one of those mornings in California when the rain came down softly, painting everything with a gentle mist. The streets were empty, and a cool breeze swept through the air. Inside a cozy little house, Thompson was just waking up. His mom, Mary, was busy in the kitchen, preparing breakfast as the rain tapped lightly on the windows. Thompson stretched and yawned, feeling the excitement of a new day. But suddenly, panic struck him. "Mom!" he called out, almost tripping as he jumped out of bed. "Mom, where's my English copy and my math geometry box?" His voice echoed through the house as he frantically searched through his desk, his school bag, and even under the bed. The house, which was usually filled with warmth, felt unusually quiet, except for the sound of rain outside. "Mom!" Thompson shouted again, running into the kitchen, where Mary stood, calmly flipping pancakes. Her bright eyes sparkled with amusement as she watched her son running around like a whirlwind. "Thompson," Mary said, raising an eyebrow, "did you check your bag properly?" "Yes, I did, but it's not there," Thompson replied, his voice filled with frustration. He scratched his head, trying to remember where he could have left them. "I had my English copy and geometry box last night. I think—" "Well," Mary said with a smile, "it seems like a mystery. You'll have to find them before you leave for school." Chapter 2. The Mysterious Disappearance. Thompson quickly finished his breakfast and rushed back to his room, determined to solve the mystery of his missing items. He threw open his closet doors, rummaging through clothes, books, and old toys. Where could they be? He muttered to himself, growing more impatient. His geometry box was important, and he couldn't afford to lose his English copy either, especially with an assignment due that day. Mary peeked into his room, holding her cup of coffee, and said, "Maybe they're hiding in plain sight. Things usually are." Thompson gave her a puzzled look. What did she mean by that? Chapter 3. Clues in the Rain. The rain continued to fall outside, making everything seem a little more mysterious. As Thompson sat on his bed, thinking hard, something caught his eye. There was a small trail of mud leading from the window to his desk. How did that get there? Thompson thought aloud. The window was slightly open, but there was no reason for mud to be inside. He walked over to the window and looked outside. The garden was soaked, and puddles formed everywhere. His mind raced. Could someone have come inside while he was sleeping? He quickly shut the window, feeling a chill down his spine, but decided to ignore it. Maybe it's nothing, he told himself, though his heart was beating faster. Chapter 4. A Strange Visitor. Suddenly, there was a knock on the door. "Thompson, can you get that?" Mary called from the kitchen. "Sure," Thompson answered as he rushed down the hallway. He opened the door to find his neighbour, Mr. Jenkins, standing outside with an umbrella. Mr. Jenkins was an older man with a white beard and glasses, and he always seemed to have a smile on his face. "Good morning, Thompson." Mr. Jenkins greeted him cheerfully, despite the rain. "Good morning, Mr. Jenkins," Thompson replied, though he was still distracted by his missing items. "What brings you here?" "Oh, nothing much. Just came by to drop off some books for your mom. She mentioned she was looking for some old novels," Mr. Jenkins said as he handed Thompson a box. As Thompson took the box, Mr. Jenkins leaned in a little closer and whispered, "I saw someone sneaking around your house early this morning. It was too dark to see clearly, but I thought I should let you know." Thompson's heart skipped a beat. Someone sneaking around? Mr. Jenkins nodded. Could have been an animal, or maybe just someone passing through. But you never know. Thompson thanked Mr. Jenkins and quickly closed the door, his mind now racing. Could the person Mr. Jenkins saw have something to do with his missing things? But who would want to steal a geometry box or an English copy? Chapter 5. The Secret Discovery. Later that afternoon, after school, Thompson came home, still puzzled by the morning's events. He was determined to find his missing items before dinner. He went back to his room and decided to search again. This time, as he knelt by his desk, he noticed something odd. A loose floorboard. Thompson's curiosity piqued. "I've never noticed that before." He carefully lifted the floorboard, revealing a small, dusty compartment beneath. To his amazement, there they were. His English copy and math geometry box, neatly tucked away. But how did they get there? He couldn't remember ever seeing the secret compartment, and he certainly hadn't placed his things there. Chapter 6. Mary's Secret Smile. That evening, as Thompson and Mary sat down for dinner, he couldn't keep the discovery to himself any longer. "Mom," he began slowly, "I found my English copy and geometry box. They were hidden under a loose floorboard in my room. Mary didn't seem surprised. In fact, a small smile tugged at the corners of her lips. "Oh? Under the floorboard," she said, trying to sound innocent. Thompson narrowed his eyes. "You knew, didn't you? You knew all along." Mary burst into laughter. All right, you got me. I was trying to teach you a little lesson." "A lesson?" Thompson blinked in confusion. "Yes, sweetheart. Sometimes when we're looking for things, we tend to overlook the